Today's teaching is based on the obvious, but the most difficult to adhere the word love. We say this word throughout our lives, every day of our being, and probably you said it even before coming to church this morning. You might have said this to your wife, to your loved ones. I love you. But what does it hold in our hearts, in our minds, when we say, I love you? That's why the commentator, when he was introducing to our Mass, we said, let us surpass, to go beyond our sentiments of love. Let love not only be our feelings, let it become our being. This is what the people of Israel failed to understand. Even if God gave them the Ten Commandments. And they even went the far today to approach Jesus. One who was very informed about the law, a lawyer for this man. He knows every bit of the 613 laws of Moses spread all over the 5 books of Moses in the Old Testament, called the Torah. Yet he came to Jesus to say, which is the greatest of all the commandments? He was not asking because he was ignorant. He was not asking because he wanted to know from Jesus. The question he was presented to Jesus was to expose Jesus' ignorance about the law of Moses. The Jesus who claimed to have seen Abraham, and yet he is not even 50. Then how can he know about the 613 laws? That was why he approached Jesus. He approached Jesus that he may even divide Jesus' followers when Jesus will fail this simple examination, this simple test of his being as God, as the Messiah. We know how they followed Jesus. Jesus kept on teaching us right from the last 2 Sundays, because his entrance into Jerusalem was the entrance of the Messiah. People welcomed him. The temple built by Solomon was an expression of the royal dynasty that God handed to David and his posterity forever. Because to David, God said, you will not build me a temple, but your descendant will, your son will. And I will not remove from him the scepter of power. He will rule forever. We know of the kingdom of Israel that fell. We know of the destruction as we read in the history of the people of Israel. And as if everything was lost. But the remnants of the house of Jesse still keeps on. And it came in the person of God himself with Jesus. And today he's telling us he knows not only 613 laws, but he knows our being. He knows our inner feelings. He knows our inner making. Even can come today, the hair on our face, because he is the Messiah. And when he was approached, he told this simple understanding that not even the lawyer got it. And he began to put the understanding on these two important laws of the people of Israel. Love your God and love your neighbor. This expression of the love of God and the love of neighbor is here because Jesus knew the teaching of the Torah of the Old Testament from his parents, from Jesus, from Joseph, and from Mary. But then above all, because he is also God, and he took them to the simplest understanding of the law that the people of Israel will never miss to say a day. They will say 3 times a day, Shema Israel in the morning, Shema Israel at noontime, Shema Israel in the evening. 3 times a day, they will not miss this. And for you people who are following Radio Africa, you will certainly not miss to say, to pray the angels at 6 o'clock, at midday, and at 6 o'clock also in the evening. That was exactly the tradition built in the hearts of the people of Israel. And Jesus went to be obvious. You want the greatest of all the commandments? It is here. Shema Israel. And he took them back to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verses 4 to 12 and 9. Because that was where Moses told the people of Israel this is what they're supposed to do. Because all the laws in the book of Deuteronomy are called the laws of Moses about God. And he took them there. The love of God. How should we love God? He tells them we need to love God with all our soul, with all our hearts, and with all our mind. When you go to the text of this time, Jesus is telling us we have to love God even with our mind. Before we say the word love, it should not be a feeling, it should be an understanding. It should come from the intelligence that God has built in our hearts and in our minds. When your love is at the surface of the feeling of your own feelings, of your own sentiments, and your personal gratification, Jesus is telling you that you have failed. I have failed. That's why he did not end there. He went back to the book of Leviticus. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 18. That speaks to us about the love of neighbor. Love your neighbor too, as you love yourself. If you love God, love your neighbor. Only 2. From 613, Jesus brought the whole law of the Torah. And one word love, and in 2 separate understanding of God and neighbor. God and neighbor in between, we build love. The The God who is in us and we can't see him will express his love to the person next to me. And who is this person next to me? Is my neighbor. The people of Israel had faith this even in the book of Exodus. That's why the book of Exodus, the first reading we have just read, is reminding us of what Jesus is teaching us today, the love of neighbor. The book of Exodus is telling us, let us take care of the strangers, the aliens, that you shall not oppress a stranger. Do not oppress the stranger. When you don't oppress the stranger, what do? You love the stranger. You welcome the stranger. And who is this stranger to you? It is you who will be meditating in your Saturday about this love of God. Who is your stranger? Whom do you suppose to be a stranger to you? And the book of Exodus tells us that we should hold dear widows and orphans, saying, you shall not afflict them. I will hear their cry. I will hear their cry. When God says, I will hear their cry, He is taking us back to the book of the Old Testament also, to the book of Genesis. When Cain killed his brother Abel, and that the blood of Abel kept on crying and will not bring rest in the mind of Cain. He killed his brother because of hate. He killed his brother because his offering was rejected by God. And instead of going back to himself and said, yes, I failed God by giving him that which is not his due, he went and turned to his brother, envy and doubt to him, and he killed him. You might have killed also brothers and sisters because of some of your own feelings and understanding that another is better than you. And if you begin to keep on this comparison, and if you keep on building on it, you will build jealousy in your heart. You will build envy in your heart. You will build hate in your heart. And these are all the vices that the Lord today is telling us to keep away and repress love itself. The book of Exodus tells us about the poor, that you shall not exalt the poor by exacting interest from him. Exacting interest from him. How is our measuring stick? How are we doing in our markets today? Who is cheating who here in South Sudan? With the rising of the prices, where is the position of the poor? Are all the prices in the market just? Are they built on love? This is what the gospel today wants to bring out to us. Instead of approaching Jesus to shame him, the lawyer went out rebuked, shameful, with his head down, because he dared to test God. A number of times we test God in this world of love. We pretend to love our brothers and sisters, but instead, inside us is all filthy. That's why if you go ahead into chapter 3, 23 of the book of Matthew, the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus will begin to rebuke the people of Israel and telling them, woe, hypocrites, you whitewash tombs. He will begin to insult them, beginning from the loyal, the people who are respected in their community, because they did not take this law into their heart. They cry, the Shema Israel every day, 3 times, and yet that is only the lip service. There is something that we need to build in our hearts. The love of God and the love of neighbor, as expressed by St. Augustine, said, it is the expression of the 2 tablets of the 10 Commandments. Because on one tablet we have the love of God, and on the second tablet we have the 7 love of the neighbor. The love of God is to keep away from idolatry. The God that we build into ourselves, the God that we worship outside, the God who is one and only. And probably the idolatry we have is our minds. I believe in my strength. The idolatry I have is money, because I can buy everyone that is in front of me to worship me. The idolatry we have might be to take control of the mind of people built in the image of God. To tell them this is right and right is right, and expect them to say yes, it is right. If this comes, then we build gods to ourselves with a small g. The idolatry, blaspheming against the name, the second is blaspheming against the name of God. It is so simple, especially here with us in South Sudan. The term Allah, you are wrong, we say Allah. You want to justify yourself, you say Allah. In the name of God, I do not do it. That is based on Allah. When you say Allah, Jesus is saying, when you build idolatry, when you worship idols, you don't love God. When you blaspheme against His name, you don't love God. When you don't respect the Sabbath, now that is our Sabbath is the day of the resurrection, the day of our Lord Jesus Christ, overcoming death, building us a new people of God who don't love Jesus. This is where the summary comes. And in the second, we will count the Sabbath to honor our Father and our Mother. There is need for the love of Father and Mother in our society today. When we were growing up, our parents used to tell us that if you don't put yourself on the right with the principles of this family, we shall take you to this idea. In Juba, we had the reformative right here in the road. And people who are taken to the reformatory, some of them got out very well. Probably in our time today, with our streets filled with the children who are out of the love of father and mother, we might need this reformatory, that they may see the face of anyone working as a citizen of this country, as his mother and his son. But this virtue will be built only when each and every one of us will not go with our minds and build the wisdom that God has given to us. We are a nation built on the values of God. If we take ourselves back to the times when we were once young, I first went to Cameroon in 1992 after the shelling of the SPLA of Juba town. We were in St. Paul's National Legislature. And that was why the seminary had moved to Cameroon. And it was my first time to go to Cameroon. When I went, the first impression I saw was every Friday, or every time when it comes to about 1 o'clock, the Muslims do run their run. They close their shops all over Cameroon because we are in China in St. They will close their shop to run the nearby mosque to pray. And because there was work also on Sunday in Cameroon, our Christians were given 2 hours or 3 hours to leave their work. Then they will go to worship. That's the same way they worship on Friday. But believe me, a number of us did not benefit from that Sabbath worship, the Sunday worship. They took it as a day off instead of going to church. But also, somewhere there are parts of Christians in the north in Khartoum and almost in every town in the north. It is built in our hearts, the love of our church. Some of us who were not going to church here in Juba, when they went to Khartoum, they saw the challenge of the Arabs or the Muslims rushing to church, and they turned to their identity that yes, it's time for me to go. This thing is coming back. Sabbath is probably not respected by another of us, even those who are baptized and confirmed as Christians. Let us go back to see where we have gone wrong, so that the Lord in His own goodness may fill us with His blessings today. Where have I gone wrong with the love of God? Where have I gone wrong with the love of the neighbor? When we began a nation, we forgot the love of the neighbor. We lived here in Juba, and we were eating from the camps. The rest even in the camps, even when they had nothing. When a neighbor gets their ration, they will get at least something little to pass to another neighbor that they may share the leader with their children to live until their time of getting the ratio in their account comes. Today, we are building a very balanced spirit that is to share from our own becomes difficult. We have become so selfish even to ourselves. Some of us do not know who their neighbors are. If I ask you to say, just go into your heart and begin to ask, if you know the name of your neighbor, if you can even mention 2 of the names of your neighbor, what's your relationship? Tribalism has killed the spirit we had here as one when we were facing the north. own wounds, and probably we didn't eat ourselves from inside, forgetting the love, the shamans, that the Lord is telling us to do. There is a reason for us to reflect throughout this week about the meaning of our love of God and love of neighbor. Who are you to me? And who am I? Only a fellow citizen of South Africa, or a dear brother and a sister, because we have one God whom we are supposed to love. Because we are made in the image and likeness of God, and this image is supposed to be loved by you and me. If I fail, it's time for meditate on that, because the Lord wants us to